Hello everyone, welcome to Fan Stories. In this video you will listen to the story named How to Tangle 4 Brave Guardians. It is the crossover of two movies, How to Train Your Dragon and Rise of the Guardians. This video is chapter 3 of the story. The first thing Jack heard was the same loud whistle from his dream. It seemed as if the flying thing had gone right above him. Desperate to find out more about it, the Guardian followed the sound, barely noticing the surroundings, wooden houses and people in weird clothing concentrated in their own business. Finally, he got to one seemingly bigger house in the upper end of the village, and before he even had time to wonder what to do now, a skinny brunette boy turned around the corner and entered the house, saying to someone,
"Just wait out here, bud, I'll take them."
But he'd already drawn Jack's attention to himself, or to his peg leg, to be precise. The spirit quietly got inside and found the brunette searching around, mumbling to himself,
"Oh, for the love of... where are they? I'm sure there were at least 20 left."
A sudden growl caught the attention of both boys. They turned around and Jack found himself facing a real dragon.
"What the?"
he cried and got out as fast as possible. The suspicious growl, however, followed him, so he flew, inside the forest. He dodged branches and tree trunks until eventually he found himself in a clearing, a small cove with a lake. But if he'd considered it a good hiding spot, he was wrong. Not a minute later a large black shape landed behind and a voice demanded,
"Who are you?"
Astonished, Jack turned around, ready to ask if the owner of the voice, probably the brunette, could really see him. And suddenly he was staring at two pairs of green eyes, different and yet alike, as if they shared one soul. With his side vision Jack spotted that the boy did have a prosthetic and the dragon, an artificial red tail fin.
"Stop staring! Who in Thor's name are you?"
Oops, the boy was becoming impatient.
I'm Jack Frost."
The boy scoffed.
"Yeah, and I'm a monstrous nightmare. But I really am."
Jack tried again, growing worried. Sure, he was immortal, but who knows what a dragon's fire could do to him. Meanwhile, said dragon growled suspiciously and wrapped his tail around the boy protectively. But the boy patted his head and softly murmured,
"Easy, bud."
He then turned to the spirit and said firmly,
"Prove it. Prove you're Jack Frost."
A relieved smirk made its way to Jack's face. He lifted his staff and stomped it to the ground, making a blast of wind toss the boy towards his dragon. Then the young guardian stepped on the lake's surface, immediately freezing a little spot around him. After less than a minute of walking, the lake was completely frozen. Jack perched himself onto his staff and laughed at the boy's expression.
"So you believe me now, huh?" The brunette quickly shut his mouth and exclaimed, "Oh, gods, that was amazing."
The guardian chuckled and sent a snowflake flying. It landed on the dragon's nose, making it sneeze. The black creature looked at Jack disapprovingly.
"Oops. Good dragon."
Jack tried, but the creature gritted its teeth. Jack turned to the boy.
Help. "Oh, yeah, right."
The boy quickly moved between the dragon and the guardian.
"All right, bud, calm down, he's a friend."
He spoke softly, then turned around with a crooked smile.
"So, Jack, this is Toothless."
Toothless growled, still suspicious, and revealed razor-sharp teeth. Jack tensed a bit.
"What kind of name is that? As far as I can see, he's pretty toothy." "Relax."
The boy chuckled.
"He's not dangerous. And his teeth..."
He growled playfully at the dragon. The dragon did the same and suddenly the teeth disappeared.
"Are retractable. See?"
Jack nodded.
"Yeah, cool. A question if I may. How are you still alive and not eaten by Toothless?"
The boy scratched his neck.
"Well, Toot trained him, though he didn't make an attempt to eat me in the first place. So you're a dragon trainer, is that it?" "Pretty much."
Suddenly, Jack facepalmed.
"And I didn't even ask you your name. Sorry. So, who might you be?" "Oh, great dragon conqueror."
The boy tensed.
"Don't call me that. And it's Hiccup. Great name, I know."
The spirit chuckled at his sarcasm, then complained,
You've got to be kidding me. Such a great dragon conqueror must have a suitable name."
The boy rolled his eyes.
"I think I told you not to call me that. And if you must know, My full name is Hiccup Horrendous Haddock 3, but I don't like it, so don't you dare bring it up again.
Something clicked in Jack's head.
That's Triple H.
Hiccup shrugged, obviously not finding it a big deal. But Jack smirked victoriously, knowing full well that he'd found one of the 3 people he'd come to look for. You have just listened Chapter 3 of the story How to Tangle 4 Brave Guardians. Subscribe and waiting for Chapter 4 of this interesting story. Thank you for listening.